Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. 13 shocking Coronation Street spoilers you can't miss next week. Next week on Coronation Street, Dee Dee reconsiders her future following a worrying diagnosis for Frankie, while David is forced to lie after he's confronted by Maddie and Logan. Meanwhile, Lisa grows jealous as Carla continues to downplay their relationship. Here's a look at 13 big moments coming up. You can also check out our collection of 22 spoiler pictures from these episodes. 1. Lauren receives bad news about Frankie. Following Frankie's sudden admission to hospital, Lauren is devastated when Frankie's doctor reveals the results of the blood tests. Lauren turns to Max for support and tells him the test results are much more sinister than they thought. 2. Dee Dee makes a big decision. Having confided in Sarah about her pregnancy, Dee Dee tells her that she's come to a decision about her baby. However, it's clear that Dee Dee is struggling with the situation as a tense argument breaks out between her and Anthea in the cafe. 3. Dee Dee has second thoughts. Dee Dee is given cause for concern when Max confesses that Lauren is struggling with her mental health. Dee Dee pays Lauren a visit and promises that she'll help her find a donor for Frankie. Later, the doctor confirms Frankie's diagnosis and starts the process of looking for a suitable donor. The news causes Dee Dee to question whether she's making the right decision. 4. David is confronted by Maddie and Logan. David is under pressure when Maddie and Logan confront him over the stolen money, and things escalate when they show up at the salon claiming to be David's friends. Meanwhile, Jessa asks David to pick up the wedding rings from the jewelers. The family are horrified when David returns home with a black eye and split lip, without the rings. When Jesse manages to track down the rings to a local shop, David fears his lies will be exposed. 5. Daisy feels guilty. When Daisy overhears Debbie accusing Maddie of stealing her car, she is overcome with guilt about her involvement. Daisy's behavior begins to draw suspicion from Shona when she accidentally reveals her knowledge of Shona's involvement in the hit and run. Daisy tries to convince Shona to get her injuries checked out, but her concern leads Shona to question her motives. 6. David has suspicions about Shona. David fears that Shona is hiding something from him when he spots her deep in conversation with Adam. Later, David quizzes Shona about her day, but is left with more suspicions when Shona fails to mention Adam. 7. Lisa struggles with her jealousy. Carla and Lisa treat themselves to a spa afternoon at the Chariot Square Hotel, but when Debbie makes an innocent comment about the two of them being friends, Carla doesn't correct her. Meanwhile, Lisa struggles to hide her discomfort when Sarah and Izzy tell her about Carla's business meeting with a handsome client. Lisa decides to keep a close eye on Carla's business lunch and is furious to see the client flirt with her. 8. Carla and Lisa's relationship might be exposed. Following a power failure at the factory, Carla gives the workers the afternoon off. Everyone decides to make the most of the situation by having a few drinks, but Bobby, Kirk, and Fizz get kicked out of the Rovers after sneaking in their own alcohol. Bobby decides to keep the party going by inviting Kirk and Fizz back to the flat for some more drinks, but the trio receive a surprise when they discover Lisa in her dressing gown. 9. Lian continues to plot revenge. Lian delights in telling Nick and Toya how much Sam is looking forward to his holiday, having secretly derailed Toya's chance to leave with Nick instead. When Nick and Sam leave on their trip, Lian makes an online payment of £789 out of Toya's fake bank account. Meanwhile, Toya reveals her money troubles to Lian and Amy, admitting that she barely has any money in her account and her credit card is up to its limit. Leonie makes out that the wine company has overcharged them and Amy agrees to check the accounts. In private, Lian transfers £300 from the bistro account to Toya's fake account. 10. Chesney is pressured to accept the compensation. Lian and Toya inform Chesney that less former employers have now increased their compensation offer to £60,000 on the condition that they sign the NDA. The new offer comes as Chesney has been harboring concerns that there may be more to Les's death than it seems. Gemma returns from Portsmouth and is hurt that Chesney hid the truth from her. She urges Chesney to stop digging and accept his share of the money. 11. Chesney gets revenge on his enemy. When Chesney pulls up in his car, he's annoyed to see his enemy across the street. The van driver quickly moves along, but Chesney decides to follow it to the Freshco car park. After weeks of being targeted by the driver, Chesney decides to retaliate and sneaks behind the van with a bag of sugar. What's Chesney planning to do? 12. Audrey tries to trick Gail. Audrey puts her plan to sabotage Gail's upcoming wedding into motion by pretending to be unwell. Gail insists on checking Audrey's temperature, but when Gail has her back turned, Audrey dunks the thermometer in David's coffee. Alarmed by Audrey's temperature, Gail orders her to see a doctor. Later, Gail arranges a pre-wedding pampering session for the family. However, Audrey's mask slips and she can't resist making some scathing remarks about Jesse. 13. Daniel shares a discovery with Daisy. On his morning jog, Daniel is shocked when he witnesses Kit kissing a female visitor as he lets her out of his flat. Daniel decides to tell Daisy about what he witnessed, but will Daisy confront Kit? If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment and share.